Hello, this is Evangelist Dr. Robert L. McKim Sr. from Carrollton, Ohio. There have been some very strong comments that has been made from Hillary Clinton back in September. I'll just play brief videos here real quick.
Don't see the latest outrageous, offensive, inappropriate comment and think, well, he's done this time. We are living in a volatile political environment. To just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. And unfortunately, there are people like that. And he has lifted them up. Society will go away. Well, Secretary Clinton said those people are irredeemable. Does she believe there are people in this country who are irredeemable? Well, look, she is very worried, as am I, about the deplorable motivations of those who would question President Obama's citizenship, or people like David Duke who are doing robocalls saying people should vote. We've expressed it differently, but you have to call out these dark emotions, because if you let them pass, or you actually can let them grow. But I think the obligation that we have, and Secretary Clinton, Hillary said this too, is, well, that is a motivation of some of the Trump supporters, and we won't get them. I do have confidence over time that that kind of motivation is reducing. There are other Trump voters who are really concerned about economic anxieties, not demographic issues, but economic anxieties, and we have an obligation to speak to them and to make the case that our economic plan, which Moody's says will grow the economy by 10.5 million jobs, is better for them than a Trump plan, which Moody's says will shrink the economy by 3.5 million jobs. So is it appropriate to use the word irredeemable? That's not a word I would use. I wouldn't use it. I think we would be unrealistic to think that some people are going to fundamentally change their view. If they've clung to the view for 5 years, as Donald Trump has, that President Obama is not a citizen of this country, I don't think they're going to change their views. But Martha, here's what I've seen in Virginia. The state when I was born, my state wouldn't let you go to school together if your skin color was different, and wouldn't let women go to the University of Virginia. And guess what? Our economy was in the bottom 15. Today we've opened the doors of opportunity, and our economy is in the top 10. And people who fought it every step of the way have realized, wait a minute, we're better when we let everybody around the table. We're actually a stronger state. I've seen that transition work in my state, from fighting against equality, fighting against inclusion, to embracing it and being stronger as a result. That's what stronger together means. I've seen it work in Virginia, and I know that that's the path we're on as a nation. Okay, Senator Kane,
Okay, now I'm gonna get out of here real quick. Wow, deplorable and irredeemable. But my Bible tells me that I am redeemed by the blood of Jesus Christ. I am redeemed. I'm not irredeemable. Nobody is irredeemable. Only those who willfully choose to disbelieve in Jesus Christ. Willfully, wholeheartedly, and constantly cling to their evil ways. There's going to be a time that they will be irredeemable. In the meantime, they're still redeemable. In Ephesians 1, it states, Ephesians 1, in him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins according to the riches of his grace. And then it goes on here, in him also we have obtained an inheritance. In him you also trusted after you heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation. Now notice it's first the word of truth, then the gospel of your salvation. So the gospel of salvation and the word of truth is two separate things. Otherwise it would say the word of truth and the gospel of salvation. It doesn't say that. It says word of truth, comma, the gospel of your salvation, which are two different things. Now, some people had commented to me about, well, my inheritance is in him and not in anything earthly. Well, that isn't what Psalms says. Psalms, everybody knows what everybody, how you going to say everybody, but a lot of people, they know that, Psalms is a good book. It has a lot of information, good information in Psalms. So let's see what Psalm says about inheritance. Psalms 13:22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. That is what an inheritance is for. An inheritance is for the grandchildren. Not basically the children, but the grandchildren. That's what an inheritance is for. Now, I want to clear the air also about something real quick. There are some people who have made some comments in the past that, well, we get free health care because, I'm on Medicare and Medicaid. Let me tell you something about Medicaid. They're constantly cutting back. For instance, we have to now pay for our our allergy needles. They come in a pack of 10 or a box of 100, or basically 10 packs, for about $3 a pack. We had to pay out of our own pocket now for, because they consider Ohio Medicaid no longer is paying for this without prior authorization, and our ear, nose, and throat doctor does not want to do a prior authorization. So therefore, if I want to do allergy shots at home, I got to pay $3 for a pack of 10. And I take 4 shots a week. So a pack of 10 isn't even going to cover a whole month. And then Renee takes 3 right now, and then she'll be going down to 2 when she gets the 3 done. She takes 3 shots a week. I take 4 shots a week. That does not last very long. And then our special vitamin that we were taking for our neuropathy. I started out with it. taking this right here called Mentex, or how you pronounce that. I started out taking that. Then for 2 years around there, I was taking that. And then all of a sudden, they stopped paying for it. So I found another one called, actually also, they were giving me a generic version of it called Foltanx. Then they stopped paying for that. And then I had to find something else similar, and I found Fulvic. First, my foot doctor put me on just straight folic acid. That did not help. I was having the burning sensation in my feet. So finally, a pharmacist that was here in Carrollton told me about Fulvic. I was on Fulvic for another 2 years. And then they stopped paying for that. And then we were only on this other special vitamin pill called VIR. Hang on a second, let me get here. VIR T-VITE, then another word, FORTE, tablet. We were on that for 3 months. Just 3 months. And then a high Medicaid up and stop paying for that as well. And when you go to a high Medicaid and you put any of these medications in, nothing comes up on their website anymore where they are even covering. I checked to see how much this medication would cost out of pocket for 60 pills, because we're supposed to take it one in the morning, one in the evening. For the Fulvic, it's $34 out of pocket. Wow, a lot of people think I got a lot of money because me and Renee get Social Security SSI. But we only get $16 in food stamps, and we have to buy the rest of our food out of our Social Security. Not just food, but other things too. Toilet paper, paper towels, the styrofoam plates so we don't dirty plates all the time, and be running up the water bill a lot. Cat food, cat litter, it all adds up. The bills. I pay the bills first, then I live what's left over. That's anywhere from $300 to $400. $300 to $400 to live on for a whole month. It'd be nice don't have no bills, and we would have around almost $15,000, but we don't have $15,000. Over $1,000 goes for bills. Bills come first. If you don't pay your bills, you don't have anything. And there's people out there running their mouth saying that my credit's bad. I can't get I can't get credit. You don't know nothing. All you do is run your mouth. Just like Hillary Clinton running her mouth. 1 Corinthians 5, Paul wrote that we are not to have anything to do with the people that she is hobnobbing with, and the people that she says that we're supposed to embrace and accept. It's something how hard people forget that her husband, Bill Clinton, was impeached, even though he refused to step down. Goes to show what kind of man he really was as president. And he's also the one that created all this job loss with NAFTA. But oh no, it's something how people forget. They'd rather forget all the bad. Well, no. They'd rather forget their mistakes and uphold the Christians and the believers' mistakes. Isn't that what Satan the devil does? Are they not doing the will of their father, Satan the devil? I'm preaching the truth. And that is what a prophet is supposed to be doing. Preaching and telling people the truth and warning them of what is to come. Not what a lot of people think a prophet is. Some people think a prophet's only supposed to bring the good news. Excuse me, did Jonah try to bring good news to Nineveh? No, he was to warn them that God was going to judge them if they didn't turn from their evil and wicked ways. That's what a prophet is supposed to be doing. But see, even just like in the days of Joshua, they were killing and imprisoning the prophets because they didn't want to listen. Just like people don't want to listen today. They think they're better than God himself. They know more than God himself. It's because they're brainwashed. And they're believing the lie. God bless you. Have a blessed day.